If you're running wholesale on Shopify, there's a good chance every order still comes by email or over the phone, and someone in your team types every order in manually. And all that does is waste your team's time doing data entry when they could be selling. You're only ever one typo away from sending someone the wrong quantity or the wrong pricing, and it only gets worse as your wholesale grows. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to turn the Shopify store you already have into a full wholesale store where your customers can log in, get access to their pricing, and place orders for wholesale. And don't worry, it's faster to set up than you might think. By the end of this video, you'll have the whole thing fully up and running in your current store design without having to hire a developer. So let's jump in. The first thing every wholesale store needs is its own pricing, because your trade customers can't be paying the same price as your retail customers. They each need to log in and see their own wholesale rates instead of what usual retail customers pay. So to actually set this up, we'll be using SparkLayer, which adds wholesale functionality to the store that you already have. You just install it on your existing store without rebuilding anything, so your B2B customers can log in and see their B2B pricing, and your retail customers can continue shopping on the same store without changing anything. Once it's on, you start by building a price list, and that's basically just a set of prices for one specific customer group. For example, one wholesale price list might be the specific rate that any wholesale customer gets, and another might be a specific rate that you've negotiated with a distributor that you've done a special deal with. From there, you've got a couple of ways on how to actually set those prices depending on how detailed your pricing actually is. The quickest way is to set a percentage off your retail prices, and that applies across the whole list. And if your pricing is more specific than that, you can upload a spreadsheet with the exact numbers in them so each group can see the specific numbers that you've agreed with them. You can also set volume discounts so the price per unit drops as a customer adds more quantity. This is how a lot of wholesale works, since buyers expect a better rate when they commit to larger orders. Also, you can create as many price lists as you need so every customer can get access to their specific pricing. Now that your pricing is set, the next thing to sort out is who actually gets to log in and see it. And that's where customer accounts come in. You set up a company account for each business you sell to, like a single shop or distributor. Under that company, you add the individual people who place orders. So an individual business could have 3 to 4 people who all place orders under the same account. Then for each company, you set how they pay you, so you're not sorting it out order by order. For example, you decide whether they pay you upfront at checkout or whether they pay you by invoice later on 30 or 60 days after they've placed the order. Once that's set on their account, every order that they place after that point uses those same payment terms. You can also control exactly which products each customer is allowed to see. Maybe one customer only buys a few of your products, or you have specific products that you sell to specific customers. What you can do is show each customer only the products that apply to them and then hide everything else. And for brand new buyers who want to order from you, there's also an application form built right into your storefront. A new business fills in their details to request an account, and that request comes directly to you. Then you just review the application, approve it, and they're ready to order. With your pricing and accounts already set up, the part that your buyers actually use is the storefront that they log into, right on the store that you already had set up. When a customer logs in, the store looks exactly the same as always, except they now see their own pricing on every product. They can browse your catalog, check what's in stock, and place an order anytime without anyone in your team having to manually type it in. The biggest thing this changes is repeat ordering, because as you know, many wholesale buyers are ordering the same things over and over again. Each customer gets their own account area with their full order history, so they can pull up a previous order and reorder it again in just a couple of clicks. That saves your team a ton of time, because orders that used to come via email now come straight through your store. For customers placing big orders, they can now add lots of products all at once instead of clicking into each one. They get a quick order page where they can type in the quantities across a whole range on a single order screen. So a buyer restocking 40 different products gets it done in a couple of minutes rather than adding one at a time. Then for customers who'd rather not add anything to the cart at all, there's an AI cart. All a customer has to do is email over their usual order or upload a spreadsheet, and the AI cart builds that into an order for them automatically. So even for customers who usually just send you a list, their orders still get placed without you having to type anything in. And out of everything involved in this setup, I'd say this is the one that saves you the most time, because once your customers are placing their own orders, your team isn't having to manually enter them anymore. For example, one of our customers, Eurosport Daytona, used to type in every order twice, once in the morning to get it into production, and then once again at the end of the day. After their buyers started entering orders themselves, that whole annoyance of double entry went away. By the way, if you want this up and running on your own store, you can book a live demo of SparkLayer using the first link below, and we'll walk you through setting up your products and your pricing and show you how to set it up on your store. Back to the video. The last thing to set up is your sales reps, because even with self-serve, a lot of wholesale orders still get placed by your team. Each of your reps gets their own login to your store where they can pull up any customer that they handle and see their exact pricing. From there, a rep can build an order, change quantities, and check out on behalf of the customer right there on your store. It's really important that your reps can do this directly in your storefront without them ever having to log into your Shopify admin. This is because you don't really want your sales team having full access to your Shopify admin just to place orders on behalf of your customers. And because all of this runs within the browser, your reps can place orders from their phone while they're on the road speaking with customers. Along with ordering, both your reps and customers can request a quote, which is how a lot of bigger wholesale deals get negotiated. They build a cart and submit it as a quote, and the whole order is held as pending while there's a bit of back and forth in negotiation, and then we settle on a price. Once everybody agrees, the same quote is turned into an order on the spot, so nobody has to re-enter the same thing again to turn it into an order. And this whole setup goes live a lot faster than you'd expect. One of our customers, Paleo Ridge, set up their whole wholesale store and went live within 24 hours. They thought it would take a week, but it was actually all done within a day with their pricing, their customers and their sales reps all set up and running within 24 hours. So if you want to get your wholesale off of emails and spreadsheets with your buyers placing their own orders and your team freed up from manual work, then I'll leave a link where you can book a live demo with SparkLayer in the comments below. On the demo, we'll show you your own products and pricing and show you the buyer experience and sales rep tools on your own store and answer any questions that you might have. So again, you can book a free demo with SparkLayer by clicking the link below this video. And if you haven't set Shopify up for your B2B business yet and you want a step-by-step guide for how to do so, then check out this video next.